Well, it looks like my microphone wasn't on, so we'll just have to do a voiceover. So we're taking the 9-axis quiz. Um, I was reading the description, but I don't have the energy for that anymore. So we're just gonna fast forward to when I start the test. I'll also quickly add what the 9 axes are. So there's federal versus unitary. Federal tends to favor stronger local governments, while unitary tends to prefer stronger national governments. There's democratic versus authoritarian. There's globalist versus isolationists. Militarist versus pacifists. Security versus freedom. Equality versus market. Equality tends to favor socialism. Markets tend to favor capitalism. Then there's secular versus religion. Secular tends to prefer religion to stay out of public life and government. Those with higher religious scores tend to prefer religion having some effect on society. Progressive versus traditional. And then assimilationist versus multiculturalist. And now on to taking the quiz. So I decided that I would show you me answering 45 questions. Well, I also had taken the 216 questions off screen. So you'll see both results. The first question is, if we accept migrants at all, it is important that they assimilate into our culture. I think I put agree, because they don't need to fully convert, but they need to pick up some parts of it. Question 2, a government must maintain a strong military to defend itself. I put strongly. Oh, I just put agree. I meant strongly agree. Automation overall is extremely good for society. I think I put neutral. There's a lot of ups and downs to it. And then oppression by corporations is more of a concern than oppression by governments. I strongly disagreed because corporations don't make the laws while the government does. And government oppression also has the backing of the US military, which is a lot better than any private corporation could pay for. And then society was better many years ago than it is now. I think everyone agrees with that. And then nations fighting among each other gets in the way of progress. I agree. It only hurts both sides. Traditional medicines are often more effective than modern medicines. I said I wasn't a medical guru, but I agreed. Oh, I disagreed. Traditional, not as good as modern. And then most bad things happening in the world are caused by us turning away from religion. I connected how people who don't have religion tend to turn government into their own religion and purpose in life, which has resulted in very bad things happening. So I agreed. Question 9, capitalism is better than any existing alternative. Strongly agree. Only those who served in the military should be able to gain power in government. Disagree. Each person should have one vote, each equal to every other. Agree. Don't know what I was talking about, but yeah. War usually leads to worse outcomes. Strongly agree. I think death's a pretty bad outcome, so. Religious organizations often provide better assistance to the poor than the government does. I think I put agree just because government is awful at pretty much everything they do. Diplomacy only hurts nations. That's stupid. Laws should not be based on religion. I don't know what I ended up putting, but I was arguing that morals from religion should be at least accepted in there. We missed a question. Oh well, I'm not doing this over again. A group of states without a strong national government is merely an alliance, not a nation. I disagree. You can still have a national spirit, but be run on a more local level. Local governments give each region good representation of their views. I think I put agree. Yeah, so this turned into a really poor video, but I'm losing energy. The freer the market, the freer the people. I said yes, just because I still believe that there needs to be some regulation to prevent monopolies. But when the market's free with competition, it's definitely better for the people. A country must be sure to take all measures to enforce its laws. I would have either put disagree or agree. Nations should cooperate whenever it benefits them both. I said disagree because, like, I wouldn't want to work with China, even though we would both benefit from whatever we were doing. There's moral complications when just cooperating with anybody willy nilly. Talked about this for a while, apparently. People should hold more loyalty to their local state than their country. I said disagree. They should be more concerned about how their local states run, but ultimately they should be loyal to their country. Don't know if that makes a whole lot of sense, but that's what I think. Illegal immigrants do not provide a benefit to the hosting country. Pretty sure I said agree. Not that they don't provide any benefits. It's pretty cheap labor, but oh, we missed that one. The benefits of open borders would outweigh the costs. Strongly disagree. It would plunge the national wealth of this nation. A military option should always be considered. I said agree, but it should pretty much never be used. There's no need for local or state governments. Strongly disagree. Human-caused climate change is currently one of the greatest threats to our way of life. I think I just set neutral. The government must be by the people, for the people. Agree. Technology is negatively affecting modern society. I said strongly agree, citing social media. A nation must obey its leadership without question. Strongly disagree. Victimless crimes such as drug use should not be crimes at all. I think I said agree just because it's a waste of money for taxpayers to pay for their prison sentences. They should just be fined instead, or just legalize and tax the hell out of it. Society could not function without leaders and followers. I said, based off my observations of people, yeah, they need some leadership or nothing is accomplished or done. Police should be regulated more. I said agree. Absolute freedom makes a society dangerous. I agree, but I also think it's worth it. Because a authoritarian society is also dangerous. So, subdivisions should not be able to exempt from national laws. I think I put something and then I just went back and did neutral / unsure. So, there should be no police force. That's ridiculous. So, strongly disagree. Those who do not work should die. I thought that was very extreme. I said disagree. I just think they shouldn't expect benefits and help from other people if they choose not to work. Illegal immigrants should be deported in most or all cases. I agreed. If they're here illegally, there's a right process. They got to go through it, whether they like it or not. Religious clothing should be banned in public. I strongly disagreed. Nations should not maintain a military. I strongly disagreed. The United Nations should have a military to enforce its resolutions. Strongly disagree. It is necessary for the government to intervene in the economy to protect consumers. Don't know what I ended up doing. Probably disagree. Maybe slightly agree, but not too much intervention. It is important that the government follows the majority opinion, even if it is wrong. I disagreed. Whether they actually do anything right is still up in the air, but they should do what's right, whether it's majority or not. And the national cultures are, well, whatever that was. So here are the results. I was moderate for federal, but I was 65% federal, 65% democracy over authority, 60% isolationist over globalists. And then I was slightly more militarist than pacifist, but I was neutral with no real leaning given by their categorization. Then I was neutral for security and freedom. I was 65% for markets. I was also 65% for religious. Then I was 65% for tradition, and then 70% for assimilationist. So those are the 45 question results. Now looking at the results from when I did the 216 questions, we're a little more thorough. It wasn't just wherever we were on the 5% scale thing. So I was 63% federal, so slightly less federal than on the other result. Then I was 54% authority, 58% isolationist, 53% pacifist, 69% freedom, 70% markets, 59% religious, 59% tradition, and 67% assimilationist. So those are the results of my test. Sorry that I kind of gave up at the end. This is just my outro now. So I'll be doing more of these. This is also my first video, so it's gonna be pretty crappy. But anyways, like, comment, subscribe. If you have any other quizzes you think I should take, leave those in the comments. I plan on doing the political compass, even though it's not that great, and then I'll also do the 8 values test. Maybe the 16 personalities. That's not really political, but I don't know. Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Do all that stuff that the YouTubers say. You can also check out my other channel. It's got 8 subscribers. Really acting like I am really cool over here with multiple channels, even though I'm pretty sure this one currently has 0, maybe 1. Maybe I subscribe to myself. But yeah, if things actually like happen with this channel, which I doubt, this is really just for my own enjoyment, but I could get into politics. I'm also interested in finance, so if I ever like make it big, even though I doubt it will happen, I could start a finance channel. Not that smart about finance, but I've got some stocks. I'm doing pretty good. But yeah, so do the things, share the things, like the things, subscribe, yeah. Oh, push the notification bell. I think I forgot that one. So anyways, see you next video. Bye.